2.5 minutes more. I'm keeping the clock.
It's a competition, oh.
You're behaving like a Nigerian. You're behaving like a Nigerian. The guy see. So when he comes and he puts his hand into your pick, you know how they put in a computer? But he's just releasing. We don't decide anything. All we do is we have categories. So if we want customer to we have two separate categories so that the customer will agree. If you finish, you can lift your hand. Oh, there's
Extra marks
extra marks for finishing first. Okay. Can I have who is the leader? Who will speak on your behalf? Okay.
No, so they will read it themselves.
Yes, they'll read it themselves.
But you want to
But
make sure
I want to make sure they don't change.
Have they written the name on the top?
What is the name of the group?
Hey.
Wait, chocolate for your group for finishing.
For finishing first, yes.
Yes.
A chocolate each for the group.
Yes. Don't worry, let me serve it. Oh, don't worry. You know, I love serving the chocolate. So chocolate for each one. Good. Okay, please. Okay, this one I would accept. Na moody chocolate is a one dear dear way.
You make tea a chocolate.
Wait, moody chocolate. Put this here. 1 minute more.
How many more minutes?
Oh,
Time is up.
time. 1 minute. 30 seconds. 29. You can keep arguing or finish.
Time is
Yes, you can keep arguing or finish. What's the somebody other? change your mind. You can't change your mind. No, I have their sheets, don't worry. I have their sheets. They can't collect chocolate and change their mind.
They collect the chocolate and they change their mind.
In fact, let me read it to make sure DDM doesn't read something else.
Time up. Oh.
Time up.
Okay. So since they finished first,
yes, they should go first.
They should go first.
Okay. So please turn your chairs, and then let's face the.
Yes. Oh, just rotate it, and then you don't have to go and sit on another chair apart from. So, and remember your group, so because this is only the first competition.
We'll be having more competitions. Are you done? What's the name of your group?
Financial Masters.
Okay. So we have two groups, Financial Masters and Cash. Good. So Cash will give us their three top lessons. Cash. Please. Cash, you have the floor.
Cash, can we hear from?
Who is reading for Cash?
Hello. Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So my group is our group name is Cash, and so Cash, we have 3 points. Number one is we are stewards, and not the owners of the gift. So God gives us gifts, and when He comes, He's expecting that we give an account. And so what we look at, it says when the master came, each servant had to report what they had done with what they were giving. So whatever you are giving, be sure that you are definitely going to receive and have an account of it. So if God has given you a gift, definitely one day, at the end of time, you have to give an account.
From the phone.
Send me my end notes. I have points. So send. No. I made notes. So it's also reading from your phone. Phone and media. So discipline and faithfulness brings reward. When we look at the last, all of them were disciplined because they had to invest whatever gift that was given, the talent that was given to them. But the last one didn't. He went to bury his, and so his was taken and given to the one who had more. And so that's when discipline and faithfulness brings reward. So he was faithful. All of them were faithful, but whoever had more, the lesser one was taken and given to the one who had more. So as you are disciplined and faithful, God rewards you more. And then fear prevents faithfulness. The third one, the last person had to go and bury his gift because he was afraid of his master. So he had to he couldn't take the risk of going to put his money in a bank or somewhere or invest it into anything. So he was afraid of taking risk as well. And so that's our point. Thank you very much.
Okay. You can have this as well. Oh, my idea now. Okay. Wait, this one is pure against. So please.
Okay, so our group name is Financial Masters. And then our top 3 lessons. Fear makes you lose what you have. And then the money won't grow if you are afraid. And that is found in verse 26, where he said, his master replied, "You wicked servant, so you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed." He was afraid to invest in what he had. Then the second one is, you cannot gather where you have not sown. You cannot gather where you have not sown. Verse 24. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. "Master," he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed." And then the last one is, faithful with little will be put in charge of many. When you are faithful with little, you'll be put in charge of many. Thank you.
Oh, what say, man? We against Kamumbo say. Financial masters.
Financial
Okay,
masters.
Financial masters. Okay, so Mr. J, you are the judge.
Solomon.
Sorry.
Solomon.
Yeah, yes, you are Solomon.
And then
Yes.
there's no pink sheet.
On the face of the pink sheet.
On the face of the pink sheet. This
Yes.
was very close.
Yeah, very, very, very close.
Very, very, very close. But cash and then what?
Financial matters.
And the winners are cash. But wait. He who laughs last. So this is only the first competition.
Yes. Yeah. You're protesting. There's another rebel leader here. There's another rebel leader here.
I want us to read this verse together. 1, 2, let's go. Amen. I want to tell you another story. There were 3 boys. 3 boys. The first one, he was a dadaba. His father had cash. So, life was always good and easy. He always had money in his pocket. By the time he was 17, he was driving. And because his father had cars, money, life was good. In that same area where they lived, there was another boy, same age. His father was a teacher, right? So, his father was a teacher. Life wasn't too bad, but he can't compare himself to the Adaba.
The DB.
The DB. You see DB picture. Then the watchman was a rich man. He also had a son, same age. Halabro. Ijaba. Life is hard. So 3 of them. Now, what would you say? The Ijaba, the watchman's son, he says life is hard. God is not fair. How can I be born to a watchman? When people are being born that are being my father, he papa one. And I was fan also. One yard. School cry, school Obi bako GIS no. Obi papa ye teacher ni a o hwe no school. Me hwe school cry ma che da anko bibi. And you keep complaining. Then your godfather comes. He takes it from the child who was complaining. The one whose father, the small he has, he takes it and goes to give it to the Dadabi. What would you think? It's wicked, isn't it? life is not fair, isn't it? But you see, that's what the Bible is telling us. You see, all of us, as soon as you are alive, as soon as you are born, as soon as you can breathe, you own something. You own something. Now, what the Bible is telling us is that despite where you come from, despite the fact that life is hard and you can't manage, if you don't take care of what you have, they will take it from you and give it to the Dadabi Pete. You see, the one who shares in his master's joy has nothing to do with how much you receive. You see, it has to do with how you manage what you have. So that if you mismanage this, he will be a by the time that old boy. And yet, the watchman's son, if he manages what he has, if he is disciplined from where he's starting off, the Bible says he will prosper. You see, when you are breathing, you are alive. God has given you something. You may not be happy with what you have received. You may be wondering, why has he given somebody 5 talents? Why has he given somebody 2? And why has he given me only 1? If you manage what that one well, life will change for you. You see, so it is not what you have received. And later I'll talk about it when we talk about income versus wealth. It is not what you have received that matters. It is the discipline that you apply to manage the little you have that will change your life. The miracle is not about necessarily giving you more. The miracle is about whatever you are, wherever you are, however life is difficult, you have to manage your resources. That's what this parable tells us. You see, it says you have been faithful in a few things, and I will put you in charge of many things. Many of us, we are praying for a big breakthrough. And you assume that if you are promoted and you earn more, life will be better. I'm telling you that if you are not disciplined, life will be worse. Many of us are praying that something good should happen. But it is the discipline that will make something good happen. If you don't manage those resources, that good will not happen. You see, God what? Let's read that together. 1, 2, let's go.
God multiplies what discipline and manage faith.
Please, bring out your hands. Look at them. Look at your hands. So long as you have hands, God has given you something. If you don't manage what you have, He will take it away from you. If you don't manage what you have, He says there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Mrs. A, please. In verse 15, Bible says that each according to his what? Ability. Each one of us. It means that God knows every one of us. And what He's giving you is according to the ability that you can manage at that point in time. Hello? So stop comparing yourself with another person. Because sometimes the challenge is that you're looking at another person, you're looking at, why has this person gone? But according to what? Ability. When he comes, He's not judging you according to what Gideon is doing. He's judging, my dear, what's your name here? Esther. He's going to judge Esther according to what he gave you. So what did you do with the little that you have, that has been given to you? What did you do with the much? Sometimes the little that we have is to help us learn discipline so that we can manage.
Let me share something with you. Me, here. I can never claim Uganda status. Growing up, I lived in the airport residential area. In fact, you know where the Chinese embassy is now? Our house was directly behind the Chinese embassy. And when we play football, our balls will land. That time there was no wall, there was just a gap and a fence. So our ball will land, and we have to beg the Chinese to throw it above the wall. But you are not born there. No. So you know what? God will judge me differently. I went to St. Teresa's. At that time, St. Teresa's, they didn't have all these fancy international GIS, etc. St. Teresa's is one of the best schools. St. Teresa's, Christ the King Richard, those were the best schools in Accra then. I went to that school. Then I went to Fansford. Then I went to Legon. I assure you, God will judge me differently. And so sometimes, when somebody says, oh, you are doing well, I say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure simply because I cannot claim a Java status. So there has to be somebody I've been through. I haven't been through it. I was in school 7 years in infant. Each time I went to school, I never went to school with state transport. My father would take a car, park the trunk and chop box, and then I was sitting there with my friends, and they would drive us to the coast. And when it's the day of school, they would drive us back.
Visiting, they will visit you.
You visit me, they will bring me home show. You see, so please, let's declare. If you don't want it, and now here's the thing. If you don't want what you have today, you have no pathway to wealth, and it's not okay. What the Bible says. If you don't manage what is in your pocket today, you have no pathway to enjoying it. If you waste that, whatever you have today, it's what the Jackson said. It is just the wisdom of the Bible that there is no pathway to wealth. Say pathway to wealth. Pathway to wealth. And the pathway to wealth comes from managing what you have. It is from managing that miracle that is life that you have already.
Yo.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Go ahead. Verse 19 says, after a long, so when I was reading, if you realize, I stressed that part. After a long while, discipline is not something that just happens. It takes time. Hello? It takes what? Time. It takes time. So let's not expect that today. Sometimes the challenge is that we start something today and we expect the results tomorrow. Charismatic Christians expect that once we are praying, we should have results immediately. So some of us, when we are not getting results, but it's discipline over a long time.
The master didn't come the next week. He said after what?
A long time.
Discipline is not what you do today and tomorrow. Discipline is what you have done over a long period of time. Which is you come back to this discipline of discipline. As you please keep this in your head, because we will come back to this issue of discipline. Now, I also when the master came, the servant didn't say, "Me my credit, it be me here." And Ghana, I get in. And I wanted to travel to go and bring more goods, but I didn't get a visa. No complaints. He just said, when the master came, and he just said, Master, you gave me 5. I got 10. He didn't talk about how much credit. He didn't talk about his plans. He just gave me what he had. When the master comes, this one even says, the master won't ask you, just look at your life and decide whether you deserve more or you deserve less. Some of us, if we don't watch it, we are complaining so hard that when the master comes, what we have will be taken away from us. What we have, it will be taken away from us. 1, 2, let's call it again. God what?
Multiplies what disciplined hands manage faithfully.
Amen.
Amen.
Now, let's be clear. God wants you to prosper. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that there is prosperity comes as part of the side benefits that God is offering to us. He wants you to prosper. He wants you to multiply. Whatever he has given to you, you know, it's interesting that when you go to the Bible, in Deuteronomy 8:18, he says, but remember the Lord your God. It is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth. This verse is troublesome. You know why? What does God give you? Ability. He doesn't give wealth. So he gives what? He gives what? So when you are praying, what should you be praying for? When you are praying, pray for skill. Pray for new markets for your business. Pray for insights that you will do your work well and that your bosses will be pleased with you, that they will promote you, that your business will go well. Pray for wisdom. It is wisdom Solomon asked for, and he got wealth as a side benefit. You are lazy. You want to sleep. Where is the ability? You wake up in the morning. The first thing you do, take up your phone, put on TikTok, and you start scrolling. Where is the ability? Thank you. You see, I'll be honest with you, I work hard. Sometimes I think I work too hard. I think, but I'm not sure. Those who know me,
you work too hard.
I also know that God wants me to work hard. God wants me to apply myself.
You are the Dadabi. You have to work hard.
I have to work hard though. You know why? Because I'm Dadabi. I'm in trouble. In fact, you are blessed when you start off with small because it is easier for you. Me, I'm Dadabi Peche, as Eric likes to say. I have to work hard. You see, when the song says, Dangote, still they find money. Oh. You, Dangote is still looking for money. You, what are you doing? Bernard boy, it doesn't say what he says. Dangote is still looking for money. You are sitting here and you think life is hard. Listen, if you don't manage what you have no pathway to wealth, period. If you complain, you have no pathway to wealth. If you don't manage what you have now, it's over. But because he says God wants you to give you the ability to give wealth. He wants you to prosper. He says the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Haste does what? You are in a hurry. You says after a long what? Wow.
After a long while.
Discipline is small. Diligence is working at it. You know, when I was in school and they used to give prizes for diligence, I thought, teacher no. Teacher's pet no nya diligence me boa. They say, oh, no. One shouldn't do first. Be so yamano prize. You know, as I mature, now I understand. That prize is given for the person who works hardest. It may not be the person who wins, so it may not be the person who is first. It may not be the one endowed with the smartest brains, but it's the one who works hardest, and he gets the prize for diligence. The Bible says that diligence leads what? Profit. Ecclesiastes 10:19. It says what? Amen. Money answers everything. Money is what you pay the rent. Money is what you pay the school fees. Money is what will get you the car. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. He who is unjust is what in least was what in what is least is unjust also in much. Therefore, if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to you? Who will commit to your trust through riches? When you are paying 1,000 cedis a month, you think it is bad, and you don't manage well. Well, I can tell you, they'll pay you 10,000. It's still the same. They'll pay you 100,000, and it's still the same. Ask me, I'll tell you. If you can't save when you earn 1,000 cedis, when you earn 10,000 cedis, you still cannot save. You know, it's very simple. When you are young and you don't have cash, right? In our time, we buy, I like trainers. Even as an adult, I still like my trainers. DDM, I see you nodding your head. Huh? I have more trainers than a man deserves to have. You should ask my wife. If she was here, she would be agreeing. When you are young, you buy trainers. You Tema station, used. So that is the cash for the time. When you get more cash, you do design and you no. At the end cry, you say sometimes so no outside they look okay, but so not collapsing. Now what for from? This year what J for from? You do baby, I'll say Esther Shebi, Benedicta Shebi, Felicia Shebi. So it's the same. So now you start. So you see, when you were earning 1,000, it was. And Hokra, when you near there, no, who do Hokra? I'll say, Papa, no, never ha. I want to boutique. I want that. Where Papa? We see, sorry, person. Dear, we are said that. And Mukra bon. I will try to say we see and son watch Papa Lee. You see, if your every step of the way, you will rise. When you don't have money, even a beetle is good enough for you. As soon as you have a day, then you want an elantra. And check na elantra cry papa. If you don't watch it, you are soon at the point where now if it's not a Bentley, it doesn't work. You see, manage what you have. Tell your friends, manage what you have.
Manage what
you have. You see, if you don't manage, nobody, you see, you can't be rich if you don't manage what you have. That is what the Bible says. Stop complaining and manage what you have. Manage what is in your pocket already.
Joe, before we do the reflection, I want to say something. Can you please go back? Great.
I'll come back.
So verse 11 says, well, therefore, if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous
mammon is money.
Money, yes. It's money, yes. Now, this verse is speaking to your behavior, as Joe has just described. So, Bible is telling us, and Jesus is speaking and saying that money is related to your behavior. It is related to your behavior. Your wealth is related to your behavior. So if you cannot behave yourself well, when you have little, live within your means. If you can stop the trophy, when you know that,
be careful.
You see, so this is what Jesus is saying. Jesus is saying that money is not even the problem. It's your behavior that is the problem. Hello? So if we can control and manage our behavior, if we can be disciplined, then you will enter into abundance. The Lord bless you. So we're going to have another exercise.
Pastor, thank you very much.
Yes. We're going to have another
group,
exercise.
It's for you
Yes,
alone.
it's for you yourself. It's an individual reflection. Question is, what am I going to do after reviewing, after this session that we've gone through? So we're going to give you 2 minutes.
I suggest you close your eyes.
Think about yourself.
Close your eyes
And don't let anyone distract you.
Yes, close your eyes and think this is about you, about yourself, about the things that you do. What will you do differently? You've just learned that if you don't manage what you have properly, nothing will happen. If you don't manage what you have properly, if you are not faithful, so what will I do differently? This one is for you.
After a minute or two, if you want to start writing down what you want to do differently, you can. You can start writing what you want to do differently. If you want sheets of paper, we have paper available for you. If you
raise your hand, somebody will just come to you.
Yes.
Bring you a pen, bring you a sheet of paper, help you. But this is what will I do differently?
What will I do different?
What will I do differently? Give everybody one.
What would I do different starting now?
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Now. How have I viewed what I've been given? What do I need to change?
What have you been given?
To whom much is given. Okay, so this is for your personal.
You can continue.
You can continue when you go home. Yeah.
Let's read this together. If you bury it, God will not multiply it. You've got to, whatever you have, you've got to use it so that it bears a benefit to you.
Oh, Joe, can I speak to that before?
Yes, please.
Oh, please, God multiplies what is used. It means that whatever has been deposited in you, if it's sitting, what happens? So many of us, we are carrying dead resources. And God is waiting for you to start working with that little that you have.
And you know your first resource, 24 hours.
Your time.
You sleep too much. 24 hours. You chill too much. 24 hours. Think too much. You overthink things. Life is simple. You know, I read something last week, and it made so much sense to me. It says, at any time, if I'm not working towards my goal, then I'm working against my goal.
Yeah.
At any time.
There's no neutral point.
There's no neutral point. Either I'm working towards my goal or I'm going away from my goal. There's nothing like staying there. So if your goal is to make more money, ask yourself, in the 24 hours that you've been given, how many hours do you spend working towards your goal, and how many hours do you spend working against your goal? If you work only 8 hours, that leaves 16 hours. You're already in trouble. Any questions? Thank you. Yes,
Yes, please. Can she have a mic, please?
yes, the mic is here.
I want to ask the question on the parable. I think the third person was given 1 talent. He didn't invest it, but he was able to keep it. What you gave me, I've able to kept it, and I've given it back to you.
Can I have? Yes, please continue.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think he did well by keeping the talent and not spending it or misuse the talent. Thank you.
I'm giving you a chocolate. It's not because I agree with you. but no, I'm giving you a chocolate because you brought out a very important point. You see, God doesn't want you to be where you are now. He wants you to multiply. He wants you to grow. So if after a long time he comes and you are still where you are, he'll take it away from you. That's why I gave you the chocolate. Thank you for the question.
Number 2, I went back to the slide. He only multiplies what it is used, not what you bury. Are you with me? It is not so. If you keep what you have, there is no multiplication. If you work with it, that's multiplication coming your way. And that's the lesson of the third servant. He says you are lazy because you do not work with the little that.
Now, a little mathematics here. What is 1 times 2? 2. What is 2 times 2? What is 4 times 0? Good. You see, if you have nothing in your pocket, there's no amount, 1,000 times won't change your life. If you are not working with what you have, no amount of multiplication will change your life. You have to have at least 1 in your pocket so that when God multiplies it, it will grow to 2. Then it can grow to 4. If you get 4 and you stop growing it, multiplication will bring you down to what? 0.
Any more questions?
Yes, let's go on. Okay. Over to you.
Yes. So if there are no more questions, then we're going to consider takeaways for this session.
We just finished a session.
Yes. Session 2. We've come to the end of session 2. So should I behave like Esther and start mentioning names of people who should speak?
Anybody?
Yes. I just want you to raise your hand what you've learned in this session.
Somebody to volunteer one thing that they are taking away.
You are taken away from.
Okay. For being the first to volunteer, you get a chocolate.
Yes. Yes.
You are, sir.
Taking it after.
Oh, you know, this one you are volunteered. So even if you do volunteer and don't say anything, you are volunteer.
Thank you very much. What I've learned now is we shouldn't be, I don't know how to put it, but it's like content with what we have now. We should always
Seek to grow.
grow, yes.
Yes, you seek to grow.
Should always
Thank
seek to
Thank
grow.
you.
Good. That's a good one.
Thank you. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes. Every one of us should be able to say something.
Apart from what he has said, I think God knows us and give according to our abilities. So where I am, I'm able to build on it and move forward and stay there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there's a mic. Okay. DDM and then someone.
So your pathway to wealth begins with you being grateful to what God has given you and not complaining, and also being disciplined with what he has given to you.
I'll give you a chocolate. It's just, I like where you started from. Being grateful for what you have. See, a lot of us are not grateful for what we have. Oh, thank you.
That's why we don't work with it.
Yes.
Because we don't value what
We
we
don't
have.
value what we have. Yes.
Thomas.
Thomas, yeah.
Thank
And
you.
then we'll come back to you.
Thank you, sir. You made a point. You said discipline does not just happen. It takes time. What I take from this is that I started a business some time back. I think for 3 months, I feel that it's not doing well. So let me just pause and start something else. But listening to the point you have given and the explanation, I think that the takeaway is to stick to whatever plan and make it work. Thank you.
Yes.
I've learned that I must be faithful with the little.
Faithful with a little.
Thank
Faithful
you.
with a little. Faithful with what you have.
Okay. Yes, we are moving on. So have we achieved this goal? So have we recognized that God multiplies our what? Our what? Our disciplined hands. Our disciplined hands. God multiplies our disciplined hands. I think that we're going to go for a break.
Yes. Yeah, let's go for a break.
Yes.
Let's go for a little break. When we come back, we're going to tackle.
1 minute break. There are some toffees, please.
Please.
Let the toffees go around if anybody wants to just, and if you want to stretch your leg.
Lex, this is the time to take a bathroom break, make a phone call.
Take your phone off the flight mode And make oh, no, no, no.
So please, we've been sitting for a while. Let's stand, stretch, drink some water.
when you have money, stress is low.
Money answers
All things. You know,
Money answers all things.
when you have a death in the family, there are two kinds of crying. One crying is, oh, me mama no ko. The other one is, oh, you ready for me, Mobola? It's true. There are two kinds of crying. One is for the person who is dead, and you are sad. But when you cry double. And you see, this freedom is not a joke. Sometimes you live in a place. Women say, baby, I'm tea. And yet, the landlord or rent 1 year. Even if you can afford some other place, I say, oh, yeah, there. 2 years. So what do? You stay there. You know that the school that your children are going, it is not a good school. But guess what? You can't afford any other school. So what do? You stay there. You know you have to stop the work and start your own business. You know in your heart, you die maybe there. Now, when I say die, I don't mean die literally. But your soul, something in you dies because you're doing something that you hate. So when you don't have money, you are forced, you don't have the freedom to do the things that you have to do. And you are forced, you see, poverty is painful. Poverty is painful. And sometimes it's at big things and small things. Which of us doesn't know that if you can get to the market and buy bulk, it will save you. But when you see Kenti, no, I corner shop or no the trap. And I'm a boy. Which of us don't know that if we cook, it is cheaper? But when you see Kenti, no, I could say Diane. Never found so bad anything. No, it's true. So you see, wealth gives you freedom and flexibility in your life.
Joe, can I say something before?
Please, go ahead.
Not even, in addition to what you're saying, it actually takes you away from sin. Let me tell you a story. There's this young lady that I work with, an employee of mine, and she no longer works with me. But we're having conversations, and then she said she wants to go to school, but she can't afford it. So I said to her that, no problem, I'll pay for your fees. I started paying for her school fees. Tertiary, she wanted to do a master's, I think. And then she felt compelled to always be at my service. What do you think would have happened if I wasn't a good man?
You know, poverty can make the devil make temptation so much easier.
So I tell my congregation that, whoever pays calls the shots.
Yes.
So even those of us who like the issue of receiving, yes, not building my own. Your life is controlled by whoever is paying.
In any case, the Bible says it is more blessed to do what? To give than to receive.
We have to be wealthy. It's not a
when
choice.
you're wealthy, you give. When you are poor, you receive. Who is more blessed? So now I want you to pay a little bit of attention to what I'm going. And if you don't understand, if I'm not clear on anything, please feel free, raise up your hand and say, Mr. J, go over this again. You see, this is your life. Income. Income means a lot of things. It is the pay you get at the end of the month. That's the easiest one. If somebody dashes you money, it is also income. Hello? If somebody dashes you money, it is income.
If your boyfriend gives you money,
It is income.
if your girlfriend gives you money,
It is income.
we are in church, but I would have added if you are a side check and you get money.
It is income. I'll even do worse than that. If you are a policeman standing by the roadside and you collect a bribe, it is income. Don't be confused. It is income. Here I'm talking all the money you get. All forms of income. I'm not determining whether it is right or wrong. I'm just saying all forms. If you come and give me a key and collect my money, it is what? Income. It is, yes, if you come and give me a key and collect my money, it is income. The biggest pain of being seen as a big man is that on the average, every week, all forms of keys come. Then it is up to you to ask God for discernment so that you can dispatch those. Income is all the money. Let's be clear. Oh, no. Chobo, sorry, crank of Chobo now. It is income. From all that money, you spend. Money leaves your pocket. Is that correct? Okay. So, all the money that comes, this is all the money that goes. What is left is what? What's savings? From savings, then you can do what? Invest. Investing is a very interesting thing. Investing says, I get something that will give me income. It is not an investment if it doesn't bring income. It is not an investment if it doesn't hold value. Sometimes you have something may not bring income, but at least it will hold value. Remember that the Bible even says that why didn't you leave it as it was so that it will get some small. So if I save money and I buy a car and I use the car for Uber, what is it? It's investment, isn't it? Okay. If I save money and I buy a car for my personal use, what is it? It's not investment.
It's spending.
It's spending. Are you with me? So, let me give you an example. When you see me, I drive a nice car. I drive a big car. I drive an F-150. Big car. For a big man. Okay. Guess what? That car is entertainment. It's not
chopping your body.
So if you, with your small money, you buy an asset, you buy a fufu pounding machine, and you use it to pound fufu, you're on the pathway to wealth. Me, I'm on the pathway to entertaining myself. Am I making sense? An investment, and if you buy a piece of land, right? That land is holding value and will even appreciate. So it's an investment. If you have a party, it's not an investment. Don't tell me that somebody will tell me, oh, boss, maybe you don't know. I say, me nya car bia, nkafu be hu say, me yen to over. You are lying. You are entertaining yourself. Right? You are entertaining yourself. An investment has to bring more income. And if it is not bringing more income, it is not investment. And you can only invest after what you have saved. Isn't it? If you haven't saved it, then you are spending it. Good. When you invest, then you can buy insurance. Because you see, insurance protects you against life's troubles. Your house can burn. Your house is an investment. It can burn. You bought things that can go wrong. You have a car that can go wrong. So insurance. But it's only after you've invested that insurance comes. So in life, I need more income, isn't it? I also need more of spending, isn't it? I don't need more spending. I need less spending. So that I can have some money left. So when I say be faithful, it means that this equation, income minus spending, should leave something to be multiplied by God. Hello? Are you with me? Remember when we talked about the multiplication? Madam, you remember when you said, but if it's there, if you spend exactly as you receive, you end up with what? 0. So there's nothing to be multiplied. Unless this equation leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and more, God has nothing to multiply. Some of you are in the negative. Yes. You know, if you are a bit of a mathematician, you know that when you multiply a negative number, you get more into negative. So you are misbehaving. That is why God said he will take from you and give it to somebody else. Our lives should be such that more income, less spending, more saving. Then what happens after more saving? More investments. Because the more you invest, the more you buy assets that either bring income or, see, some of you have been to my house before, right? I live in a nice house. I would like to live in a nice house. Guess what? Entertainment. Oh yes, it's entertainment. You know why it's entertainment? Because the house is consuming money. I have to maintain it. The bigger the house, the bigger the maintenance, right? Those who know my house, you know how dangerous it is. Right? It's entertainment. That means that I have to make sure that I earn more. How do I make sure I earn more? Invest my chocolate for mommy. Mommy, this one, special chocolate for you. You see, the way you earn more is you invest more. And sometimes, you know the first asset you have. What is the wealth asset that each one of us has? You are close, but not. Pardon? Life. That's the first resource. Life.
Chocolate for yes.
Life. As soon as you are, so long as you are alive, that's your resource. So you know what? An investment can be to improve an already existing investment. If you make clothes and you have one sewing machine, an investment will be a second sewing machine or an embroidery machine or a buttonhole machine or an overlocking machine. You are improving the business, isn't it? Now, you see, if me, I braid hair, and I go to learn how to braid another type of hair, it's an investment in what? My assets, me. If I go back to school, what do? It's an investment in me. So it is okay so long as you are learning something that will bring you. I remember when I was, at one time, at one of the businesses, IT businesses I ran, a good friend of mine, he's still my friend, but Ache comes to me. Ache was it was a software business, so Ache was one of my developers. And Ache says, I want to go to school. And I said, oh, fantastic idea. Then he says, I want to go and learn Arabic. I said, hey, Ache, you're entertaining yourself. How will Arabic improve your income? How will it improve your skills? So you see, when I say go to school, don't go to school to learn something that won't help you. It's not every school that is good. It's not every course. The course must make an impact and a difference in your life. It is an investment if it brings more income. So when I go to school, potentially it should be bringing me more income. If it's not bringing more income, it's the wrong investment. Sometimes investments have risk, they go wrong. I expected that when I do a master's, I will earn more. I didn't earn more. But that was a risk because all investments have risk. That's why sometimes you take insurance against the risk. So not all investments will work, and that is why you need prayer. Prayer to open your eyes so that you invest the money wisely. Prayer so that your investment won't go to the birds of the air, won't eat the fruit of your labor. So you need more of this. Now, this basic equation is life. This is the basic equation for managing your money and your life. More income, less spending, more saving, more investment, insurance. Now, if you don't save, there's nothing to be multiplied. If you don't save, you have buried your talent. If you don't save, it doesn't matter what has happened. And an investment is only if it is either multiplying or holding value. Remember the parable we talked about? He says, at least buy land and keep it. Take the money and buy land and let it stay. Even if I come back, it will have held its value or it will even have gone up a bit. But you buried it, you dug the ground and took the cash and buried it. Now, I also want to explain this thing properly. There's payday, and then there's what? Cocoa. One is income, one is what? Wealth. Let me explain. You know, cocoa, Ghana, it means wealth, isn't it? So sometimes we confuse income with wealth. I'm talking about wealth, not income. Let me explain. You see, wealth comes. Bing. Where's your phone? Payday. Yes. Somebody has sent you some money, isn't it? That's income. These days it's all Momo. Some Momo has come. Or the bank alert has come. If you work in some places, you are waiting for the bank alert. Ding! It has come. It is income. Income is not wealth. Remember what I said. Wealth is, it generates income. It increases income. It holds value. And a lot of time, there's risk. So you know, if I give you, madam, 150,000 cedis, and I give him 150,000 cedis, and you say, we are all going to buy cars. If you buy your car And your car is to drive around and let everybody see that, hey, but what's your name? Fafa.
Oh, Mrs. DDN.
Oh, this is DDN. Charlie, my husband is doing well. He's not wealth. You are not wealthy. No, it's not wealth. So when you see me driving my F-150, it is not wealth. It is not wealth. If somebody else, you may be driving a nice car, somebody else is walking, and the person has a business of some sort, that person is wealthy. You are not. So it is possible to see me walking around, CEO, Delex, it doesn't mean jack unless you can show that I have wealth. Of course, I have myself, and that is wealth of some sort. But what assets do I have that is generating or keeping value? That is why the cleaner in my office may have a pathway to wealth. But me, I'm spending all my money and more. My pathway is to poverty. You see, when you understand this equation, then you understand why that wealth is already in your pocket. It is about managing what you have, not showing what you don't have. Income is not wealth. Tell the person sitting next to you, income is not wealth.
Income is not wealth.
Madam, income is not wealth. So don't envy a big car. Envy a big business. Are you with me? Don't envy a big house. Envy a big business. That is what is wealth. See this old man and old lady? They look wealthy, don't they? They look cool. When I grow, I want to be like this. And Mrs. J like this. They look like life is. I've been doing now, so I'm a boy. And they are sitting all in
a private jet. Private jet.
Suddenly, life is good, my boy. You know what they do and we do, what they understand and we don't understand. Your wealth is not a function of your income, but rather of your expenditure. However much you earn, if you spend all of it, you are not wealthy because you don't have savings to invest. You see, here's the issue. What you save is what allows you to invest. Then it increases income. Then you save more. Then you invest. Then it increases income. And that cycle continues. If you are spending, more, you are spending, even the little you have, it will go away. Are you with me? So, you should not be talking today about how much income you earn. You should be talking today about how much you spend. And when you say manage what you have, all we are saying is that whatever little you have, spend. Pardon?
Spend less.
Spend less. Spend less. Prayer what?
Opens doors. Discipline walks through them.
The discipline to what? Spend less. Some of us, we spend. We spend. Our Why are you not saving? Let me, I'm going to take a little bath here. Eric, can you help me out?
I help you.
You help me. The bucket's empty. Let's put it here. Let's put the bucket is here. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Can I hold this for you?
Yes.
No,
No, it's fine.
do you want someone else to hold it?
No. I'm happy with this. Hold it like this for me. Hold it like this. No, your hands up here. Okay. Now you see, this is life. This is income. So what do? We take some, and then we do what? We save. Our objective is to fill this bucket, isn't it? So this is the saving, and this is what? The income. So, can we all see? So I take, then I do what? I save. I take, then I do what? I save. Then I take. Whatever I do, because of these leakages, I even save plenty. Well, guess what happens? I'm leaking even more. So, you know what? Your life is now at the level of the leakages. It never goes up. Because you are never able to accumulate enough money. Because whatever happens,
the income is coming.
The income is coming on. The income is, in fact, maybe the bucket is filling with water, and I'm even saving more.
You're earning $20,000 a month.
It's all leaking away. Thank you, Ebro. Is it okay? It's okay. You can put the bowl and take it away. Thank you. So what are these leakages? The bucket is leaking. First of all, the first one, I want to talk to the young men. And all I see here are younger men. So I want to talk to you. Problem number one. What does it say? Leakage one. Oh no, I'll come to
But
you.
how do you know the women are not betting?
The women are betting, but not at the level of the men. Or these days, it will surprise me.
It will surprise you.
Anyway, you know, I hold betting workshops. And the last betting workshop, betting is a big matter for me. If you start me on betting, I won't leave here. But that one, I will beg Rev
for
and
another
come
day.
back for another day on betting alone. That one, we are not going to talk anything. It's a betting clinic. The last betting clinic I had, this young lady got so angry that she insulted me and walked out of the betting clinic. I'm saying, unless I'm about to say, brother, but it was a lady, not a man. So maybe you are right. But you see, first of all, betting is not investment. I beg you. Let's just get clear on that one first. Let me tell you about the basic equation of betting. Keep it short. The way betting works is this. They take money from you. 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 Let's say each of us gives bets. 20 cities, let's make life simple. 20 cities, 20 cities, 20 cities, 20 cities, 20 cities. That tonight, England will win. Okay. Now, when they take the 100 cities, 25 times, isn't it? When they take the 100 cities, you know what happens? The first person to take some of the cash is the government. The government takes 20 cities. That one, we don't even talk about it. The government goes to the betting company and says, you know what? Today, 100 cities has been there. Give me my 20 cities bet. So they take 20 cities. So when you bet first thing, Mumu, you're giving money to the government. But let's put that one aside. Then they take 40 cities and give it to the betting company. And they tell the betting company, this 40 cities is to manage your costs and your administration and your revenue. So their profit is coming out of the 40 cities. Then the 40 cities that is left, they put it in the betting pool. What is the betting pool? That is the money they pay out to the winners. So when you hear of odds, do you know what they are doing? Okay. When today, for this night, this evening is March, a lot of people are betting that England will win. They are scanning the calculation. If too many people are betting that England will win, it means that if England wins, the money we have to pay out, it will be more than the 40 cities. So what do you have to do? Reduce the odds. If enough people are not betting that England will win, then we can increase the odds small because we have 40 cities to share. So all that is happening is that give me 20, give me 20, give me 20, give me 20, give me 20. Then I take 20 cities and give it to the government. Then I pocket 40. Then I said, Pastor, 40 cities for you. Then he's laughing. And everybody is saying that next time, me too, I will win. Because he bet 20 and he got 40.
How did you know his bet for tonight?
The worst part is that he's 40, the government will take another 10%. Yes! Mumu, you want to help government. No, betting leaks your money. Huh? Betting, it leaks the money. And you know what betting does to you? When you bet, you get excited thinking about winning. So the first excitement is about thinking about winning. Then you lose. Then you feel down. But guess what? It is an addiction. And if you are addicted to drinking, you drink, one day you fall down in the gutter and there's nothing more you can drink, right? Betting is betting is a deadly addiction because the more you lose, the more you believe that if I bet, I can recover what I've lost. So betting is the worst kind of addiction because it catches you in a cycle. You lose, then you want to bet more. You lose, then you want to bet more. So betting addiction is actually worse than addiction to drinking or to drugs because there's no bottom. When you bet, then you steal from your spouse. Oh yeah. And then Papa Kroanye di bet na come close to no mama no 5,000 cedis and Papa waye di on to me kasa. So you bet, then you lose the money. Then you are going. Today when I was coming here, I was angry. You know why? Because the betting companies have written on big signboards that when you get on, they will give you a sign-on bonus of 2,000 cedis. You know what they are doing? They're giving you 2,000 cedis to get addicted, knowing that before 6 months is out, they would have chopped your 100,000 cedis.
Yeah.
Why should they dash you 2,000 cedis? Why? Why? Why should they dash you? What have you done that the betting company should dash you 2,000 cedis? Because they love you? That is why, you know how many betting companies are registered in Ghana? 36. They are not here because they love us. They are here because they know that the mumus are increasing. And betting is leaking your money away. That's one of the things. Small, uncontrolled spending. Little things and big things. Food. Data. When I say food, the Diania, association. And the crow. The Baba Cassian on what could be there. Food. Food is unhealthy. I should know. I'm a fancy man. Don't be confused. My mother used to bake bread. But when I talk about uncontrolled spending, recently I was looking at how many of you have bought things on Temu? Be honest, you bought things on Temu. Now there are plenty. Temu, Shein. I don't know that one.
Oh,
which one is
does
Shein?
it do Shein?
Is there? It's starring.
Ask Rini.
AliExpress. You know, they entice you. They will tell you discount. They are like the betting companies. They are draining your money. They will show you things that you don't need. And these days, it's worse. Once you make a mistake and you buy a shoe online, for the next 2 weeks, everywhere you pass, they are showing you shoes. I'm alive. You make a mistake. You buy perfume online, you will see all manner of perfume. But you see, the small control, it comes in little bits and pieces. You know the one that is worst? You are spending on things that are, okay, so let's say next week, there's an outdooring in your family. So you are spending for it, isn't it? So you are buying a new dress. Okay. You know the worst part? Sometimes you are buying for things that haven't happened. Say, I tell you, now say, a year be back. A year be back. A year back. So now when you are put on to my so be. Uncontrolled spending. Reina. You see, office you have sports day na. Next year sports day ni pa na. It's a trainers we are. Am I lying? You see, if it was the big things, if it was medicine, if it was big things, it's not leakage. Those are things that you have to do. But the ones that, did you need another pair of trousers? Did you need another set of pants that you haven't used? Did you need another watch? This one I'm talking to myself, but it's okay. As for my watch story, I'll tell you another time, not today. But you know, I've rid myself of that addiction.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say you've gotten a new one.
No. There's a friend of mine. Bob, you're such a wicked friend. Bob knows that my weakness is what is. To meet home, meet me, baby, meet me, office, me, kafra, me, dream me home. Bob say, Uncle Joe. Then comes to show you the words, then I'm weak. Bob was in my office yesterday. But I told him that these days I don't do what you say anymore. I watch. I use that I watch every day. I don't change it. That's all. That's all. But they are the little things you buy. And they hurt you. They hurt you, you know. They hurt you more than you think. And you leak money all the time. Credit. You see, some of us spend after we have received income. Some of us spend even before the income comes. You have spent to the savings no count because a quarter that what's your credit? You spend the money in advance. Let me tell you one trick. Go and borrow money. Are you listening to me? Borrow money. But you know what you should do? Take all that money, don't chop one peso. Put all of it in an investment. Then you are a serious person because you've saved before the money comes. Hello? Save before the money comes. Don't spend before the money comes. Take that money. If you work in an office and you have access to company loans, go and take a loan. But don't spend a cedi of that money on yourself. Take that money and invest it so that every month when you are crying and paying it, it's actually an investment. And credit these days, it comes in various forms. Some of the credit, you don't have to beg. You don't have to come and say, oh, Mr. Jackson, can you lend me some money? Some of the credit is easy. Quick loan. The Chinese ones too are there waiting for you. Listen, I make money by lending money. The reason why my stomach is this size is that I lend money. And I lend money at horrendous rates. But if you are my friend, don't borrow. Don't borrow. When you borrow, use it for investment. If you come and you tell me you're borrowing and you're going to use it for an investment and it makes sense, I'll say go ahead. But the leakage, credit, you're leaking the money before it even comes. You see, sometimes it is easy to look at me and say, Mr. Jackson says you should save, isn't it? He has even admitted, and he says save. But I want to share some verses with you, and I want you to think about it carefully. Right? And in Philippians 4, Paul tells us that I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I have learned to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. You see, you save not because you have in surplus. You save because it is a pathway to wealth. You save because there is something you could use the money for, but you take a conscious decision to save. It is not, you don't save what is left after spending. You save as a conscious effort to better your lot and to bring into being a pathway to wealth. But people say, but the money is not enough. Is not enough. Or you don't agree with me? The money is not enough, isn't it? But you know something? There's a verse in the Bible that all of us quote. Everybody knows that verse. Everybody. If you're a good Christian, you know that verse. What's Philippians 4:13? Anybody help me for a chocolate? What's Philippians? Yes? Yes. If you have not quoted the verse before, talk to me.
Chocolate for her, right?
Chocolate for her, yes. You see, when Paul said you should learn to abound and abase, he knows that it will be hard. And he's now telling you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. He's not saying it will be easy. This verse is not about me at my age deciding that I can become a doctor. No. It is at my age telling me that I can abase. I can spend within my means through Christ who strengthens you. So don't tell me that you can't save. Go to Christ. Ask for the energy. Ask for the ability. Ask for the discipline so you can save. This is the next verse. If you go to your Bible, you say, I know how to be abased. I know how to abound. Everywhere in all things. I have learned to be full. I've learned to be hungry. What do you say? I've learned to be full. I've learned to be hungry. You are saving. When you save, it's not because you are full. You save because you are hungry. There is something you can do with that money, but you have decided to save. Both to abound and what? Suffer need. You save because you are suffering. Saving is suffering. In fact, the meaning of abase is to suffer shame. To be abased, it means that when everybody is wearing a new dress for Christmas, you are not. You are saving because you want to be hungry. You are saving because you want to be ashamed. But you know that somewhere along this path, right, God will multiply my efforts. And that you can do all things. When I say all things, this verse should read, I can base, I can abound through Christ who strengthens me.
Can I share a story, Joe?
Yes.
When I was in Legon, I had a roommate. He came from Besiase. How many of us know Besiase? We don't know Besiase. Okay. Besiase. And when this gentleman came, as you can imagine, he was about the only person in his village that had managed to come to Legon in his era. When he came in the room with me and my other roommate, Augustins from Augustins, and as Joe has said, every week my mother will cook, bring to us. If I didn't really have the skills of cooking, so they will cook and bring to me, or at that time I had some girlfriend on campus, I'll go and eat her food, all of that. But this guy, when he came, he did something that struck us. Joe, this guy went to town to the market on campus was towards the gate.
Yes, night market.
Yes.
No.
No, it wasn't night market then. Those days
Bush Canteen.
Bush Canteen. That's what it was called. Bush Canteen in those days. This guy goes to buy at the beginning of the semester. He goes to take his student loan. Then he goes to buy 1 bag of beans, 1 gallon oil. And the first semester, he bought himself a bicycle. I'm his roommate. On campus, I was driving a Mercedes. This guy, my roommate, goes to buy himself a bicycle. Guess what? He never paid any transportation. He was riding from Legon to Accra Central. When we're eating the all
Pizza.
the nice things. And no. He will cook his beans. It will smell in the room. We will insult him. He's not bothered. You are saying, Gobe, this was raw. Sometimes the beans will bear. They will be angry. We'll come back from lectures. Move forward. We finish school. Joe, I walk into then now Holland, then Metropolitan Insurance. And when he was on campus, he was not perturbed by all the things that we do. We had money on campus. We were having parties, he won't attend. We were doing things, he would not come. I walk into Met. My wife's car had an accident, and I was going there to claim the insurance that Joe was talking about. It was comprehensive insurance. I meet this guy. This guy is one of the top managers in Met Insurance. You should see him, the way we're laughing at him. He was now, he's changed his generation and the family. So sometimes, because of peer pressure, we are unable to abase. When I look at the guy, I think of how much money we spent on campus and how much more I could have been richer now if I was behaving like him. When you see him today, do you know that he used to eat beans?
Is it written on his forehead?
Do you know that he used to ride a bicycle? Now he's driving a 4x4. Do you know that he used to ride a bicycle from Legon campus to Accra Central and come back? I don't know which you are referring to, City Campus, but I'm talking Mokola. From Legon to Mokola. He won't buy tomatoes from the corner shop. He will ride to Mokola to go and shop so that he would abase and what? Abound. Don't let peer pressure, because some of us, it is peer pressure that makes it difficult for us to abase. We want to feel accepted. That's a challenge. You want everybody around you to accept you.
That's why abase means the shame.
The shame. So you can imagine, and listen, my roommates and I, we were difficult. We would diss this guy. We would insult him. We would laugh him. We were making his life miserable. But when we are saying, God, he doesn't speak English properly. We do all the shame. But I look at the guy now, and he's the one who is assisting me. Abase and abound. Thank you.
Now, I want to show you a little film. Apologies if you don't speak to you over break. I can say a film. Apologies if you don't speak to you. Sit by somebody who speaks to you so that they will help.
They can interpret.
But after the film, we'll go back into our groups for another competition. So please get ready. Let me try and see whether technology won't let me down again. Just let me down. No, it's connected. It's not that. The problem is not there. The problem. No, the problem is not there. The problem is here. Okay, so I want you to go back into your groups. And that short video, You tell me, what have you learned from that short video? And you can talk about the things that it's just 10 minutes and it's a competition again. Oh.
Should we have
So
more groups? Or we keep to the two groups?
Keep the same two groups. So just turn your chairs and go back into your groups. I think that one or two people have joined us. They can join the groups. You have 10 minutes.
Financial matters. And then cash.
You discuss the video and then you list 3 lessons this video is teaching you.
Yes. More A4 sheets, please. More A4 sheets, please.
3 lessons the video is teaching you. Do you want me to show the video again? You want the video again? How many people want the video again? Okay. All right. I'm going to show the video again.
How many times have you seen the video?
Okay, the video has come again. You can. Okay, now your 10 minutes starts now. It is now 35 minutes after 1. And the question is on the screen in case you want to look at it again. You have just 10 minutes starting now.
Just 3 lessons.
3 lessons. Argentina versus
other container
Profit.
school fees. So there was this evidence of where she put it or placed her money. And then she made one advice that the ability that God has given all of us today, the strength that God has given to all of us today, in the next 40 years, that strength will not be there again. Mr. Jackson, Joe Jackson said that, those days, no, if I had done more with it, I would have been richer than I am now. She said, Kai dachi na ahwonde na wo no. Ebedu sa time no ababrewa. Untimi betna enka say jene o. So she should be wise and safe and not just spend, entertain, and at the end of the day, zero.
Thank you.
And then our lessons.
You clap for your own group. Hey, if they won't clap for their group, that's fine. But you clap for your own group.
So our top 3 lessons: you should be disciplined. And then good ideas should not be kept to yourself. You have to share. So the first lady, she was sharing about telling her friend to invest, and then even went ahead to show her the containers she's investing in. And then she was saving for the future. You have to save for your future.
Thank you.
Financial matters, they've lifted the bar this time.
They've raised the bar.
You see, copy, pressure. You see?
I don't know when it gets to attend all the time, then, there's controversy in the whole.
Let's hear you.
There's no VAR.
I think that financial masters have told us about the story. We've all watched it, so we will just go straight to the point. Yes, but this story tells us about 2 different people. One was abounding and abasing, and the other one was spending everything they had in just that moment, thinking that, every day I have strength to sell. So if I have strength to sell, I can still spend it. Our lesson here is that in the quest for growth, we shouldn't be carried away by little achievement. The other woman thought that, because I have strength to sell, any day I come, as for today, I'll come and sell. So if I spend what I'm selling today, tomorrow I still have strength. But she forgot that a time is coming where you not have the strength to come to the market anymore. And our second point is we should have a plan for the income that we have. So the other lady had the plan, and so she took out the cans and all. She had her rent, she had everything planned in there, so that whatever plan it's not that she doesn't want to eat, but she'll eat. She eats. She's abasing and abounding. Thank you very much. Thank you. I like that. And then because she was able to plan her income, our third point is it led her to be able to save. So she said after she's planned all the things she had one that to be taking to the bank to go and save. And so as you're spending, be very careful of what you spend. So you have to save and then invest as well.
So in conclusion, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And Mr. Joe Jackson also said that any action you take is either leading you towards your goal or away from your goal.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, you clap for your team.
Okay. Mr. J.
First of all, I think you guys have done a really
fantastic job.
And you made my life easier. But this one, I have to give the prize to the people who gave the best points and the best. So the prize, remember there's no VAR. The prize goes to Financial Masters.
They started celebrating before you.
Oh no, but let me tell you why I gave the prize to Anna. Their analysis of the video was spot on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The analysis of the video was really spot on. Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody in your group says they have caps already.
You see, bottom line, you have to believe that like the snail that is moving slowly but gets to where it wants to go, that your small, consistent actions. The lady was saving coins. Can I have my coin bowl, please? On my desk in my office and on my bedside at home, is this. Every day I empty out all coins into this. All right? And when you're giving me money, I say, oh, I don't mind coins. And I empty out coins. And when it's full, I take it to the bank. This is something I do. If you've been to my office, you will see my
desk.
On my desk, my bowls. And I like the glass bowls. You know why? Because it motivates me. When I see it growing, then it encourages me to even put some away even more. Can you take it? It's very heavy. It's weighing my hand out. By the time it's full, we won't be able to carry it. So I encourage you, save. However small, you have to save. And you have to believe that those consistent and disciplined actions will lead to wealth. And that it is the Holy Spirit himself who will make you do all things and lead you. Because you see, God wants you to prosper. So when you put something in your hand, he will multiply what you have. When you are eating all you have, there's nothing to multiply. And that sacrifice, that short-term sacrifice, will lead you to long-term rewards. You have to believe that. If there's nothing else you want to take away from here, you want to take away the fact that I can sacrifice. I can sacrifice. I can go hungry. I can do the right thing. I can save. And I can save towards I can save towards a plot of land. I can save towards building a house. I can save towards acquiring a car for investment. Don't entertain yourself. The young men, you know how we buy cars in Ghana? We decide that we have this amount of money. Then we look for the biggest car for that amount of money. Don't look for whether the car makes sense or it doesn't make sense. We just look for the biggest car that your money can buy. You see, the lady talked about budgeting. Put some money aside for rent. Put some money aside for school fees. Those were the two important things for her. And put some money aside for profit, which she takes to the bank. And she'll tell you, my children have never been sacked from school. My landlord has never come chasing me. I've never had to borrow to keep prepaid running. Now, this is only a recommendation. But I would advise you, 50% of your money should go to essentials. Food, medicine, transport, data. Oh, no, because these days you can't do business if you don't have data. You can't do business. In fact, even if you work for me and you don't have data, how am I going to communicate with you? Voice. So data now, it is a utility. Voice, data, utility. But there's a difference between the data that is a utility and the data for Netflix. or TikTok. Are you winking at me? There's a big difference. Like it's a difference between a car that you need for your business and a car that you use to entertain yourself. Same difference. And then 30% important but flexible. This 50% includes giving to God. It includes what? Yes. You see, you cannot live your life as if you are the master and be all of yourself. That's wrong. You need God to multiply your effect. You need God to protect you. So part of the work you do is to give to the ministry, give to the church, give to the work of the Lord.
Mr. J, can I come in here?
Yes, please.
Fantastic statement. One of the things that I've learned is that as, again, in the charismatic settings, we are taught to give. So we give and we learn to give, and the pastor teaches giving and all of that. But there's a principle that you cannot forget, that for every harvest that God gives you, there's a seed in that harvest. So many a time when somebody is preaching about giving, he's talking about the sacrificial giving where you carry all your harvest and bring to the altar. Also, please pardon me. If you don't agree with me, please pardon me for this. But if you want to build wealth, it is only when you are sure that you've heard from God that carry your whole harvest and bring to Him. Don't do it because Lady Dia has done it and it's worked for her. You yourself, if you haven't heard from God yourself, that carry your whole, because for every harvest, there's what? There's a seed. And if you eat your seed, it means that what? So in as much as you are giving here, remember that's why he says that your giving is part of the what? The 50%. Because there has to be a savings. The harvest you've received. That's the seed. That's the seed. The harvest you've received, there has to be part of it that you carry. Many times, and I learned this in a very what's the word? It was a hard lesson for me, because I went through a period in my life where everything and every cash that we had, and we were getting cash, was going into the church. And guess what? We're getting poorer and poorer by the day. And we're wondering why we're giving all to the church, yet we're getting poor. But the principle is that we should have taken part of this and saved, so that you cannot lift somebody up when you are in the gutter yourself, when you are down yourself.
Ebo, can I come in here?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, let me add something to this principle. You see, this principle about seed being part of the harvest is important. You see, the church is not for today. It's been there for 2,000 years and more. The way you give is to give in such a way that you yourself, you are what? You are growing. And your growth allows you to give more. Your growth allows you to give more. So what then happens is that when you take your harvest without putting aside the seed for the next planting, what then happens is that there's no seed. So at the next cycle, you can't give as much as you gave. Are you with me?
Or you won't have anything to give.
You can't even give as much as you gave. So for me to continue to give, right? And let's be clear. When I come here, I'm giving back. It's part of my tithe to give back. I speak, I teach, right? So it's part of my giving back. And to spend time and do this well, preparing these slides, etc., is effort I give back. But I give back knowing that the seed is there, and that the next time you call me, maybe I should be coming here and saying, Rev, this time when we do the next seminar, I want to sponsor lunch for everybody. No, it's an important principle. I should be given. This should be, it should give me increase. Your giving should give you increase. But the increase will come only when there's a seed. So when you give, make sure that your savings and investments are still going on. And I'll give you a practical example. The last time I did one of these seminars, somebody comes up to me and says, but Pastor, my family, they worked hard and they sent me to school. I'm the first person to go to school in my family. From where I'm coming, I'm the first person. Now, I'm required to give back. And I give, it's not even enough, and I can't save. So, what should I do? And I said, stop. To give them long term, you have to grow. It is when you grow from level to level to level that you can give each level. There's a certain level of giving that you can give. So that today, my parents have passed away, but if I give such that I'm not saving, one day when there's an emergency, there'll be no investment to call upon, no savings to call upon, and I will not have grown to continue giving. The principle is that give, and I encourage you to give. But remember that giving, sacrificial giving, means you are giving up something. Important to you. Right? And you keep the seed, because the seed allows you to grow, and growth will make you give bigger. What I would like to see is by the time we come back here again, people have grown seeds such that this time, say, hey, King's Chariot, are you the same people we met in July last year? There's obvious growth in just the way you talk, and just the commitment to save. You see, when you start saving, you save 5 cedis a day. You say 1 cedi a day. It's fine. You are adapting at that level. If you grow that investment, the next cycle, you'll be saving double that. Yeah. The next cycle, double that. The next cycle, double that. It is not about staying where you are. You remember, the Lord doesn't want you to stay where you are. And the only way you can grow is to invest, so that it brings more income. Remember, what's an investment? It brings more income. Then you save. Then it brings more income. So you are growing.
Yes, sir. Well, you've made the points that I was making.
So please keep flexible and save 20%. Your target is 20%. That means if you earn 1,000 cedis, how much are you saving? 200. It's hard, isn't it? I can do all things through what? When you earn 10,000, what are you saving?
2,000.
You can do all things. Yes.
When you earn 100 cedis, you're saving 20 cedis.
Yes. That should be your target. And this is, you know what the budget is? It's just a simple piece of paper that you have decided how you are going to spend. That's all. It's nothing fancy. The lady's budget was small containers that she puts the money inside. It's a budget. A budget is nothing fancy. It's not a spreadsheet. It's not some fancy application. It's just a plan that is working for you. Remember, I shall give you all these slides. So when you want to unlock God's provision, you want to create that miracle. Number 1, save something. Start saving. Even if it's 1 cedi a day, save. Wherever you are, save. And it sounds stupid, but that is the key to unlocking God's provision. Today, I didn't say tomorrow. I didn't say next week. I didn't say next payday. I say save
Now.
today. Control your spending. Control your spending. Control your spending. The message I want you to take away is that control your spending. The only way you increase your income is when you control your spending. And finally, grow what you have. Make sure the seed is there. Make sure you invest the seed. Make sure you are investing. Target 20%. That's the way to growth. Any questions? Yes, sir. About chocolate for the first person to ask a question in this session.
Yes. Chocolate for you, sir.
When you invest and at the end you not benefit from it or you die, what is the benefit that you are investing in it?
Okay. Thank you, sir. And I'm happy I gave you the chocolate because you're asking me a very important question. His question is that, what happens if you invest and it doesn't bring money? You see, the Bible says it is God who gives us the ability. And when you ask for wisdom, he won't give you a stone. You need wisdom. You see, why do I pray? I pray because I need discernment to tell from those who are trying to give me a key from those who are serious. I need discernment to be able to say, something the Spirit tells me, say, investment, and if you are married, talk to your spouse. Talk to somebody who cares for you. Because those who care for you, they have a connection. Especially for us, the men. Don't take your money and go and invest alone. Let somebody know you are doing it. Talk to your accountability partner.
Yep.
Talk to somebody who, talk to somebody who understands. Talk to your friend who is a banker. Talk to your friend who is an accountant. Talk to your friend who is an investment specialist. Talk to somebody. Don't do it on your own.
Yep.
But whatever it is, seek knowledge. Try and understand. Listen, there are too many con men around with con plans. And rule number one, if it is too good to be true, it is too good to be true. The first words of a con, this one here, Auntie Jackie, won't tell me the connection in Obwa. Obwa, intro. Connection Ben and the own corner of the bro. Connection be a hobby or Obia Bano Becacho said, Auntie Jackie, wait there, you're quite be a David, Mempe. No, it's true. And you know, many years ago, when men's gold was going on, I asked a little question. And I said, what is men's gold doing that it can give this return? Then I should stop being Dalex and carry all my money and go and put it in the same business because it's giving a better return than I'm doing. So I'm doing something wrong. Whatever he's doing, I should go and do so. And I said, I don't believe it. It's too good to be true. What is he's trading gold, but the price of gold, we know it is quoted on the world market. Yes, any question? So my answer is this. I don't have a magic wand to determine a good investment, but I know that I pray about it, I know that I talk to knowledgeable people about it. And between listening to the Lord, really listening and fasting and praying about it, how to, you see, your money is hard earned, don't throw it away. It's painful. The money you didn't go and collect it from the ground. You worked hard for it. So be careful how it goes. Yes. Yes, sir.
My question is, how can we teach our children good financial habits, even as they are young, before they grow?
Chocolate.
I agree.
Chocolate.
I agree. Chocolate fine.
Number one, don't insulate your child from money matters. Let the child understand their trade-offs. You want a toffee, you want a chocolate, right? There's a trade-off. Don't insulate and give your children pocket money. You see, when you grow before you give me money, you are asking for a disaster. And one thing, we taught our children to save even as they were kids. The pocket money, they should save something from it. Save something from it and used to buy something that they like. So as soon as your child is old enough, right? And I recommend from about 8, latest 9, start giving them pocket money. When I say pocket money, I don't say carry 1,000 cedis and give it to the child. But let them manage their own. That's the best thing you can do. At a tender age, let them understand how money works and that there's a trade-off and that you sacrifice for something you want. And it is okay to say to your child that if you do this, you do this, you do this, I will give you this so that you can do what you want. You are teaching, you're giving them the lessons. You know, there's a film I watched, short film, and it talks about the Jews. You know, they have a reputation for. You know, the best thing, it says we give our children money at a very early age and teach them the value of money. We insulate our children, then you dump them, and they start earning money. That's not good. If your child is already in JSS, they should know how to handle money. If they are in SS, they should definitely know how to handle money and the trade-offs. So that's my simple answer. Start giving the money to manage early. Thank you. Yes, any other question? Yes, madam. Let's make sure the mic is on.
Let's say I am working hard and I'm earning a lot of income. Which is the best option for me? Must I invest it back into my business or I should invest it at the bank? I want to know.
Okay. One of the rules of investment is that diversify it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all the money in the business. So share it. Small in the bank, some in the business, some in another kind of investment. That's the simple answer. Don't put all your investment in one basket. Any other question? Yes, sir. Okay, please hold on a second. When you finish, then it comes here.
Okay, so there's this question that has been going around a lot. I want to ask you also and see what you think about it. So they ask, if you have 10,000 Ghana cedis in your hands today in Ghana, what can you do with it?
It depends on a number of things. If I have 10,000 cedis, what can I do with it? If I'm somebody who can farm, and not everybody can farm, I would invest it in agric. And when I say farm, it's not only cutlass and hoe.
Whole value chain.
The whole value chain. It means investing in growing snails.
investing in growing mushrooms, so that when I say I'll put it into agric, it can be in the house you live, in the corner you are growing snails, you're growing mushrooms. If you have access to land and you can do better, fine. It means I'll plant flowers. Now you'll be shocked. Fresh flowers, a bunch of fresh flowers sell for what? 1,000 plus.
Yeah.
Pardon? Yes. And they are imported from Kenya. Why are we not growing the flowers here? Why? If flowers are that lucrative, then I want to grow my flowers here. After all, they are flown by air. So the first answer is that I'll put it into agric. But not everybody will go into agric. $10,000 cedis, I may even invest it in myself to go back to school, to learn a skill, to learn a trade. You see, 10,000 cedis is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money too. So there's not a lot you can do with 10,000 cedis. But agric is an obvious area. Investing it back into yourself is also a good thing to consider. But there are other little things. I could take my 10,000 cedis and go into soap making, liquid soap, right? Point is that there's so many things you can do, but just make sure that you can sell what you are doing. If you invest it in yourself and you can't sell your skills, the money is wasted. If you go into agric and you can't sell the snails, you are in trouble. The one thing I wouldn't do, put it into a cash business. I'm not a great believer in barber shops. Those things, you are at the mercy of somebody else. Unless you yourself are in there protecting your money, don't go and invest in a barber shop. Don't go and invest in anything that somebody else controls the money coming. It is too much temptation. If you put me at a barber shop, I will chop your money. The temptation is too much. The money is coming. It's not mine. Today, I'm hungry. Then I take 2 cedis. Then tomorrow, my girlfriend is harassing me. Then I take 4 cedis. The next day, my mother is sick. Then I take 5 cedis. All you see is gone. It's true. So, those of us trading, be careful. Somebody else is controlling. And the temptation is big. You have spent 500,000, almost 200,000 to buy stock. And there's this young lady there. What do you think she would do? Angel Gabriel. I hope I've answered your question somehow. Yes. One more question, and then we take a very, very short break, and we end. We are getting to the very last session. So our target is to leave here within the next 15 minutes.
To end within the next 15
minutes. Yes.
Okay, my question is, I'm a Christian, and assuming I'm using 50 cedis for my business and I'm getting an income of 5 cedis, and 5 cedis, I have to split it. So how can should I first take my tithe from that 5 cedis before splitting it, or I should split it before taking
You see, tithe depends on your beliefs. It's your heart. It's your own belief. It's your belief and your belief system, right? And you have to remember also that giving, sacrificial giving and giving, I say that tithe, first of all, the tithe, the 10% is just an estimate. If you can give more. So, what does your heart tell you to do? What does your heart tell you to do? Because you see, the rule is not mine. It's between you and God. I can give you some advice and say, try and give the 10%, right? But it is up to you. It is you and God. And you see, give in a way in which God will appreciate. Give with a joyful heart.
For God loveth.
Cheerful givers. Thank you. So let's take a quick break. Just stretch your legs. Can we have some water, etc., down here? And then
1 minute.
1 minute break just to stretch. And then we move on. We want to wrap up.